of their new home ground, perhaps after Nuke. And this is a map that MIBR very rarely plays and even used to insta-ban before coming into the season.
Yeah, things are looking too bright. They have a 50% win rate if you're looking at the past 6 months, but that's only being played twice. So, not really a lot to go off of. MIBR just, well, have to keep in it and try to beat Fluxo at what they can play best.
Oh, and Fluxo's just gonna make a run for it. Look at this fast pace into that B-bomb site. And MIBR not really ready for it at all. They have to just go for a 5-on-5 retake, but so much damage already dealt. This is just troubles up in paradise, especially considering how MIBR's pistol statistic is hanging up in the air. They're making it somewhat close, but a 1 versus 4, a very unlikely scenario. Take the first pistol.
Wow, and with what a speed, just running it down mid, and there was like no time gone, and the bomb was being planted. MIBR, well, had close to no players left on the map. I mean, I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but you know, let's say it like that. It's looking really good for Fluxo.
It is. I mean, good start. They're also, you know, not just winning a pistol, but they're doing it on T site. So they're off to a very comfortable start here. And yeah, this is just the dream scenario. So Fluxo, they go all out up on that A-bomb side in this case, and MIBR decided to stack over towards B. So unfortunately, the gamble not working out. Now, they don't have anything to lose here. So if I were MIBR, would try to ramp up, catch the gears, go for some cheeky exits. They're lurking sort of towards the bottom end here of middle. Oh, yeah. yungher's starting to feel the heat, and look at that. All 5 of them swing at the same time. I mean, this is exactly what this setup is for. Try to make it costly, try to get weapons away. No, Goddess tries to flip for an AK, but yeah, that goes punished, and now AK picked up, damage dealt. Yeah, the task done.
Honestly, a great eco for MIBR. They've done a bunch of damage, only 2 surviving players on Fluxo Demons. I think they did what they wanted to do. I mean, sure, well, like you said, the gamble didn't really pay out, but you have the advantage in numbers and picked up a couple of players from playing like that, so you did get something off of that round.
So yeah, last 2 rounds, Fluxo could just walk upon a bomb site. This round certainly is going to be a much tougher hurdle to overcome. So they spot here and there that util flying over towards the sites immediately. Gonna try and counteract it, but it's not gonna come easy. Oh, wow, I say that. Fluxo, you know, they're burning. They're still making kills, and it's always pop-ins that you see pop off in that kill feed at the top right corner. yungher, they chime in as well, as it's just Reggiane across the map. Nothing she can do.
Well, walking to fire apparently makes your bullets even hotter, hitting really nice shots from a ramp, taking the site for themselves, and now it's just Reggiane. Well, on the other side of the map, not really trying to do anything here. It's a 4v1. Seems like there's going to be a 3rd in a row for Fluxo Demons, which goes against what we expect from MIBR at the beginning of rounds. So, once again, a really dominant start, but this time for the opposing team.
Yeah. Slight déjà vu. Also, Fluxo is very happy to be alive, considering that bomb radius. Ancient is not quite your biggest friend if you're low HP. But this is very nice. You know, they have each other's back. They're looking comfortable. And yeah, Spirit's looking high on the Fluxo side. But for MIBR, this means it's time to put the work in. Timeout called. Fix the mistakes, because, you know, you're already a map down. You simply can't lose this.
Some might say deja vu. We're in a place we've been before. Time of being called. After winning a couple rounds, well, this time it's only 3, not 4, but still, we don't want Fluxo Demons to just run away with this one, especially with them being one up in maps. So MIBR really has to, well, pull that one out of the hat right now.
And the buy is somewhat of a rougher one here for MIBR. It's not impossible to hold people off, especially with 2 rifles invested into. One here being into middle, and I love the nades that they chose to invest into. Oh, bit of a shame that that one over towards middle missed. Oh, and that's rough. I really thought that Regian could get a kill, but Famas is just not winning it against the AK. Got us still standing, and a woman advantage now for Fluxo. At least one of those rifles is transferred over, so 2 rifles still in the hands of MIBR. And Furzy is gonna go on a bit of a hunt, looking for information. That's exactly what MIBR need when you are down a player. And a lovely trade, so maybe these 2 rifles can still do something, but so much noise being made, and MIBR not at the winning end of the spectrum.
Yeah, it's only Babs in the 1 versus 3, bomb ticking down already, so it's going to be safe once again in the 4th round on the scoreboard for Fluxo Demons. The idea MIBR had was nice, however, trying to take some space in mid, gaining a bit of map control, but the fight on cat just wasn't one. And then trying to once again get an advantage by pushing out of cat themselves this time. Well, Goddess was waiting for them. Low HP herself, so it was a trade, but still for MIBR, not the round out wanted.
Yeah, not quite. They went for a partial investment here, so of course I think there should be enough bank here, yeah, to get a buy going, but not the best start considering you're on CT side. But Furzy back upon an AWP, but I would love to get her to go a bit more all out. Back on a previous map of Anubis, I felt she was a bit quiet, often a lot of missed shots on the AWP. And yeah, this season thus far, her AWP statistics not been the brightest. I hope she can bring more of the previous AWP skills we've seen to the table. Only problem being is that she's been taken out. The lone player upon that breeze side, the other 2 now stuck in donut to smoke in their face. And it just continues to happen again and again, where MIBR lose player after player in the opening phase of the round. And no matter where they are, Fluxo is just shutting them down.
And they keep finding them by themselves as well. Everybody fell by their own, somewhat fighting or getting caught off guard by at least 2 players from Fluxo Demons, so you always have at least a refrag potential, so they should come on top. Maybe they need to start playing a bit more closer together, maybe even going for the retake at times, because holding certain angles on their own right now just isn't working, and if that doesn't work, well, you have to change something. It's 5-0 right now.
And we know that they are definitely capable of doing a retake, but when you're constantly down 2 players, it's just a very rough affair. It just continues to happen. The invested rifles are just immediately gone down the drain, as is Regian. This A site completely open, and yeah, it's just a repeat of last round. Now again, this was once more a partial investment, so it's not going to ruin MIBR's economy, but it certainly is ruining the confidence, the mental game, which is, you know, equally important at this point.
It almost feels like MIBR is somewhat trying to go for hero plays at this point, because there is a lot of pressure on their shoulders. They're 1 down in maps. Fluxo Demons is just playing the best they can right now. Well, we have 2 saves, but I don't think they can retrieve any more weapons. And players coming their way. Anna X and Gobble's close. It's another trade. Did Yuli take that one? No. Time saves them.
Also, little update on the other game that we've got going on. We have Genki Dama facing off against Davina, and Genki Dama have managed to take the... Oh, no, actually, no, excuse me. Davina has managed to take home the series 2-0. Second map was 5-13, so a very dominant scoreline. And with that, that brings them up a notch in the standings as well.
Mixing things up a little bit. For MIBR, actually, as well, trying to go for a more aggressive route, taking space in mid. Maybe even going as far as B ramp, but that's not the goal of where Fluxo's going this time. The orb finds the kill, so but the Molotov is bringing an end to Frenzy on there for Fluxo. Now has control over the bomb site, but let's see for how long they can keep it. More utility coming out to save the spot from MIBR, who once again have to go for the retake. One woman down.
I don't think they're going for this. It's way too much util. They have, on their end, too little to just push right through. It's at least nice they get that exit there. But, yeah, they continuously... It's like their confidence is just beaten down. Whenever, you know, in this case, you know, it was very likely that they could actually pull it off. That, you know, a player down was not the end of the world. There was a player tagged in a process as well. But it's like they feel that there is this massive wall that they just can't overcome if they have a player less on their end.
And it's nice that they've got like another kill out of this, but at this point, with 7 wins in a row, Fluxo Demons, they've got all the bank they need. We have double digits on 3 players, so there is no struggle at all to go for the reinvest, and Fluxo Demons have to feel like they're on cloud 9 right now.
We know... Oh, go on.
I was gonna say, I don't know what MIBR can do right now. They're just continuously playing very aggressive, and it's not really working for them.
I just hope that they could get an opening. Ooh, well, that's the opening that we would like to see. Poppins as well, the one to be taken out. And Kisa finds a follow-up, so this is really good. So where Fluxo loses the opening, hopes that maybe counter-aggression is the way to go. They lose player after player. I want to say player after player. Still is quite close. Only 1 player down right now. Looking to get that bomb planted, but also very much aware that MIBR is on the way to rotate. Yuli in charge. I love that. Immediately a flashbang. Puts MIBR in an even trickier spot here to try and come closer into the side. Incendiary into the face, but thus far is looking very favorable. Fluxo looking to turn the round completely up its head, no matter that they are down a player. This is exactly how you play when you're a player down.
Only 1 HP on Yuli, by the way. Imagine if MIBR would have got on that kill and made it to 1v1. It's been so close. I wonder if our scoreline correctly represents what's been going on in the rounds, but Fluxo just has been really dominant from the start. I'm not gonna lie, this was the first time where we've seen like somewhat of a fight back from MIBR. Maybe this has upped their confidence, but it certainly hasn't taken out the wind underneath Fluxo's wings. This, however, was a really quick shutdown.
But the round certainly isn't over yet. We thought something similar in the previous round, but the openings were really good. But Fluxo just have always a game plan. There's always a plan B in their back of the minds. Right now, it seems the plan is indeed the B-bomb site. But they're playing it slow. And it's actually paying off. Ooh, on the flip side, I thought, okay, maybe Donnie goes a bit too aggressive, but does take home 2 kills. Now 1 trade. So MIBR still in favor. They go on a hunt. Look. Actually, they want to shut them down, but they make a lot of noise in the process. And yungher with that is very much activated. Only problem being is that her teammate falls. So it is a 1 versus 2, and that's a lovely wraparound from Babs. This time around, they got control over the map. But to be fair, it was quite risky. But maybe, you know, if you're MIBR right now, you have to play risky. This is the way to go if you want to get back into the game.
And immediately, a timeout called in reaction to the opponent getting one singular round. Maybe they feel concentration slipping away from them. Maybe they're getting too ahead of themselves. I don't think this is a round they necessarily had to lose. Also, they've had Goddess wait in front of A for such a long time. There have been plenty of opportunities for her, I think, to get into the backlines of MIBR. And then, unfortunately, when she came back towards mid, that's when MIBR expected someone to be there, so she didn't really get anything out of waiting in front of A. But now MIBR has, well, the information of Fluxo Demons maybe trying to place the lurk every single time, so that could work for them if they can catch that one singular player off guard.
Yeah, for sure. But we have seen MIBR now play super aggressive, like in a lot of rounds. So surely they can't be doing this every single time. They have to switch it up in order to... I mean, surely. But, I mean, you never know what's around the corner. But it looks like that is the case here in this particular round. There's also a lot of good util usage here from Fluxo to sort of keep those CTs at bay. That was a top mid smoke and one here towards Cheetah on the B-bomb side. But MIBR still continue to at least take information, take space across the map, and maybe not as deep as before, but having someone like Babs push very deep into A main, that definitely counters a player. Only problem that there's a fight happening here makes it a bit tricky. Oh, I wasn't quite expecting Dottie to win that one out, but she certainly does. And on the flip side of the map, Poppins has created an opening up on A, so she killed the donut player. Only surprise, you know, we still have Babs sitting here. Maybe goes unchecked for the time being because, you know, who would push CT in this scenario? And there we go. With that, she's activated. And now, player advantage in that retake. And it's looking good.
It's been looking good. 3-2-1, NanaX all alone. All the players, maybe low HP, getting the double down. So it's a one-on-one against Babs. Position is known. The AG does some damage. Hopping back, but it's her turn to go out, and she managed to do so. Is there enough time to defuse? So she does have a kit, but the flames are in her way for now. This should be another round for MIBR though.
Close. It keeps on being close. But what an effort from NanaX. That was so good, and I thought, oh, maybe she can steal it all away again. Now, this was a bit of an awkward situation, but the opening that Poppins created made it almost possible here for Fluxo to win the round. So there's definitely, when it comes to some of these individual duels, Fluxo tends to be a step ahead. But when MIBR get the forces going, team up as a unit, they can actually make it happen. They can have a solid defense, but we need to see more of this. There's 2 rounds now on the board, and ideally, we need 4.
Oh. Making the way onto side, getting an opening, frag, and even the follow-up. Therefore, side is under control, even trying to push it further into CT, trying to take as much space for her team as possible. It now has to come rotate into the B side. Fluxo taking a different approach in this round, and it seems to be working again.
Yeah, just taking no time. Just immediately go. That's the thing. I mean, that's also definitely a style that we are used to seeing coming out of Fluxo, especially when, yeah, everyone's just popping off. And it isn't even like there is one particular player who is doing all the work. The kills are very equally distributed here on the Fluxo side. And it's just looking very solid. Now, this might hurt a bit. Gonna go for a hunt here to try and get these weapons away. Really shutting MIBR down for a potential last round of the half, because the economy is not too wonderful. Oh, and the orb falling is not the best scenario here for MIBR. Round number 12, and you have around 2 to 3k in your bank to pull up a 3rd round. So, yeah, not ideal.
Surely they can manage to get the 3rd round. Surely. I mean, they have very low buy, so I have to make the best of it. And it seems like they're trying to get the numbers advantage, pushing down middle fast again, and going with the 3 players onto the B side, but there's going trades. Fluxo Demon on the side, but only has 2 players left standing, 1 less than MIBR, the bomb however on the side. Alone though, and the last player too far away to keep them from defusing this, but do they know Poppin's now revealed her position, and therefore it should be MIBR taking us to the 9-3 for the halftime.
Take it slow. That is hard to when you know you found the one. They say let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Better keep on running back to you for fun. 'Cause I see the look that's in your eye, and as hard as we try, we just can't hide it.
Thus far, Ancient is looking like a walk in the park for Fluxo Demons, but MIBR started to get a bit of steam going towards the latter stages of that first half. Now the real test is yet to come because they dropped their own map pick, and now there is no choice but the fight to get things back going in your favor and make this a 1-1.
And for now, it looks like MIBR are gonna have a walk in the park towards A. No one keeping track of main, but 2 of Fluxo Demons players in Donut are trying to revert their attention back towards side, but MIBR may be closer to the comfort. Losing the first player on Fluxo Demon side, MIBR 1 player down though. Should be able to get the bomb down in time.
They do manage to plant the bomb, but look at how close these CTs already are. there is no time for MIBR to reposition, to get cover, and to set yourself up for after plan. They're already swarming you. So, you know, this is the power after all of Fluxo Demons. We love that. Love to see them play aggressive, bring the heat. The dualies of Poppins here as well are definitely in the spotlight, doing so much damage already. I guess the silver lining here is that MIBR did manage to get that bomb plant going, so there's money in the bank. But the fact that Fluxo Demons made it now to double digits on the scoreboard is not a very bright scenario.
Yeah, I feel like the pistol should have been MIBR's saving grace, but they didn't manage to get this one, so Fluxo Demons looking even better. Let's see if with the small buy MIBR can get maybe another round out, or at least some damage for now. Waiting in front of B, but the smokes are keeping them back. Anna X really close up on the smoke though. Turn away from the flash. Great timing. See the first player come up, even expecting the second. But yungher has a back upgrade on this now the weapon, and re-smoke coming in, so very comfortable play for Fluxo Demons.
Oh, that's a lovely opening into middle here. Continues to put the pressure on, and especially with Anna X being so heavily tagged. So Fluxo goes all out, trying to take map control, keeping MIBR at bay, but they might overextend here. Now Goddess is in a bit of a tricky position. Here's Footsteps, tempted to go and explore it. And, well, it's paying off. Kizza is the only one still standing, and also position revealed. And what more can you do with a Mech 10 in your hand? You're 13 HP. You're going to be swung from perhaps 3 angles at the same time. Yeah, this is just Fluxo having no chill. Just running with the speed and the momentum that they're having right now. And just giving no breathing room for MIBR to work with.
Yeah, they're playing somewhat similarly to MIBR on the defense, but for them it's working way better for now. Taking some more space into the main with the smoke. I really like the team play as well. They're getting the first kill, looking away from the flash, but expecting the second, having yungher take that one to save their own teammate. That has worked well. Now MIBR is back on pistols, and that's no match for Fluxo, who are now on match point.
12-3. Who would have thought this was a scoreline that we were going to be seeing? The first map was so close, and now Fluxo is really showing this is their home ground.
It's them pick. They managed to steal MIBR's ones right off the bat. And now they're just demonstrating how well of a team they are. Again, giving a bit more aggression towards B. But there's no one there. MIBR waiting in front of A. Maybe able to get a 2 versus 1 and Donut. That could mark the way towards A, if the timing is correct.
Bursting right around the corner. And Poppins just adds more to the list. Can't quite stand that fight, but yungher almost was able to clean both of them up. And now Furzy, 15 HP right behind the smoke. Maybe tempted to go and push? Just hold it off. Maybe both of them line up, but it's going to be a very tough situation. First lines up. Oh, and right around the corner comes Anna X. That's 13-3. A very dominant second map. And with that, they lock it in. 2-0 secured.
Wow, wow, wow. What a performance from Fluxo Demons. They're looking really happy right now. I mean, on the first map, we thought that MIBR might be